Wow, and I wanted to ask you, well, and hopefully I word this right. So, and I kind of asked you this before we recorded. Um, the Can somebody be so conditioned that they think they're awake, and is that a
Mm.
slippery slope? Because I'm wondering, like, how many people are walking around going, "Yes, I'm awoke, I absolutely am," but they're just extremely conditioned. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And the answer is 100% yes. And I think a lot of people are stuck in this conditioned zone of thinking they are aware, thinking that they are awake, but still implementing their conditioning and the mind control, right? And how can you delineate and discover this within someone? Well, patterns tell all, right? Action says volumes, speaks volumes,
Hmm.
right? If someone is not actually doing the one great work, if they are not trying to effectively and efficiently create change in the world towards freedom, truth, and the alignment to natural law, then they are definitely not awake, right? They definitely aren't
Right.
awake. And people might have a hard time with that, right? But that's the truth of the matter, is that for us to change the current human condition, if we say we want freedom, then people, individuals need to understand how to think and act in the world morally. First principles. They need to understand first principles, first things first, right? They need to understand the non aggression principle, the self defense principle, and the self ownership principle, right? They need to
Mhm.
understand this and they need to act on it. So just by having a conversation with someone, you can understand, engage their level of awareness, right? So it's
Makes
all
sense.
about their action. This is how manifestation works. It's based upon actions, which our actions are based upon the information that we hold. So, someone's not checking their conditioning, right? Then it will show in the patterns of their behavior and action.
That makes a lot of sense. It really does. Well, how many? And I, because that was, yeah, you explained it perfectly, because that was kind of like when I was having this discussion a while back with, I was telling you, with my friends, and we kind of got into that, like how many people think they're awake, like, oh, and but they're truly not. They're just really conditioned. And you broke it down really well, that you judge it by like somebody's actions tells you all. I really do believe that. Like, they can say anything you want, but then let's see what they're really doing. Let's see what they're putting out there. Let's see, the fruits of their labor, or whatever it could be. That's going to really give you an idea of what they truly believe, and what they really are fighting for, I guess.
Absolutely, for sure,
Yeah,
because you
it
can
makes
say one thing and do another.
yeah,
So, yeah, getting down to first principles, understanding natural law and objective morality. Now, why is this first principles? Because you have to do the logical progression, right? We exist in this reality and we're going to interact with beings and other people. So, what's more fundamental than action and behavior? Now,
right.
does that action or behavior, is it immoral or moral? Does it initiate aggression or harm? Or is it voluntary and consensual? This is very important. This is the root. If someone does
Yeah,
not understand this, then they are absolutely not awakened. Now, being awake is not an end of a road thing, right? This is what we are here to do as infinite consciousness having an experience. We are here to learn and grow. So you don't get to a certain point and that's the end of the road. And now you're awakened, you're enlightened. It's an ongoing process. The information that we talk about, objective morality and natural law, this is just to get us up to par, right? We're just
right.
getting up to the information of just knowing ourselves and knowing nature, and how nature operates, right? We can still progress further than that, but we're being restricted and we're being hindered due to the control system, the slavery system that is there, right? Rick, you and I and many of the viewers are not slaves. There's a
Mm,
difference between being free mentally and being enslaved externally. We
right.
are all under the condition of external slavery. But the question is, and this is where it starts, are you free mentally? We need to free our minds first, right? And then act in the world to create change, to end external, the human condition of slavery.
Right.